Hey guys, we are here to discuss the aspects of the new update. As you know, PES recently updated the game and now we are at Data Pack 0.0, otherwise known as version 4.6.0 if you're referring to mobile. So we'll just be talking about Data Pack 8.0, what are the aspects of the update, and if this is really the best that PES can get and the improvements that they can and should make for the upcoming PES 2021. So let's hop into it. So first of all, one of the most important things about the game is the gameplay. So for me, it's much more fluid than ever before. This is the best PES can get when it comes to fluidity, responsiveness, and player movement. So I'm really happy that PES has improved on that. So in this new update, which I massively appreciate, it is much harder to score from those through balls that are so desired and people just spam on it depending on it to score. Now they have to work harder as this play according to their playing style instead of just spamming through ball and depending on supposed luck to get behind and score. So what I would suggest to you, because of to make sure that you know that the player is open, like the opponent's player is out of position, unable to track back where he's from to catch that player, especially if you have a fast pacey player on the wing. So that is when you are supposed to use a through ball, and if you score from that, it's way more satisfying than the spamming. Yeah, so guys, scripting is still a thing in PES, so scripting hasn't gone anywhere. As you see on the screen, I directed the header down, but it went back. I conceded a goal because of that. So yeah, scripting is still a thing. You've got to watch out for that. There's no known way to stop it, so you've just got to live with it. Scripting is still a thing. One of the things I also saw in PES is that players are making more runs. As you saw, Messi was making a run on the wing, as you saw Maradona in the midfield to make space. So I appreciate PES granting our requests of players making more runs. I appreciate that on PES's part. That is very good, as once again Trent Alexander-Arnold making a pass to Messi, who is running down the wing to create space. Suarez ran into space to get the header, and I appreciate PES for causing enhanced player movement so that we can enjoy the game better and receive more attacking runs from attacking based players. So yeah, what I would like to talk about right now is the corners. So the corners, if you compare corners in Data Pack 5.0 and corners in Data Pack 8.0, they are completely different. Like, I was able to score 3 corners in one game in Data Pack 5.0, and this one I struggled to score even one. The closest I got was this one that you see on the screen. So yeah, corners have gradually gotten harder and more difficult, so the skill is much harder to master. To be a master at corners, it takes like a lot of time in the training ground, learning your best style, learning how to take corners best, and all of that. So that's the newest thing based on where corners is concerned. It's much harder than it was ever before, which makes the feeling of scoring more satisfying. So one of the most important things in the game is the face update. It causes the players in the game to look more realistic and identical to their real life counterparts. So props to PES for doing some face updates. I'm not sure how they choose who to update and when to update those faces, but it doesn't matter because they put in the face updates and the players look more realistic. So also to address that, kickoff glitches are still a thing, so you'll see a manifestation of kickoff glitch on the screen, so I'll just let it speak for itself. And so yeah, kickoff glitches are still a thing. Also, skills are really good to get past the opponent and trick them, as I showed with Mbappe, the Rabona fake, and Neymar, the reverse elastical. So yeah, skills and tricks are still very good and effective. So for a minute, let's talk about the CPU. So yeah, the CPU, it has improved and it has evolved. You're less prone to scripting now in this data pack, which I really appreciate PES doing. The CPU players feel more human and less robotic, so they're more prone to mistakes, which is good. And once again, props to PES for making the CPU feel more human, as if you're playing an actual player rather than a robot. So what they have done, as usual, the CPU will adapt to the playing style, but will sometimes go outside of the norm if their space gets too crowded. So if you're playing against the CPU, you have to learn how to mark the players and pay attention to the runs that they are making, because that's how they will get in behind and manage to score on you. So also what I suggest is using the second man pressure and stuff like that. And the CPU will capitalize if you make a mistake, just like what you saw on the screen. Showboating, playing around, I shouldn't have done that, and they could have capitalized. They capitalized but didn't score due to the keeper saving. So once again, suggesting while playing against the CPU, paying attention to the runs and all of that good stuff. As I just scored a goal, eventually you get your chances against the CPU and you have to take them, because if not, when the CPU gets their chances, they will definitely take them, because that's how the CPU is. If you don't take your chances, they capitalize and take theirs. So you've gotta do those stuff. So the CPU seems much more fluid and less robotic, as I said, and I really appreciate PES doing that. You have a much better feeling and you don't feel frustrated with the CPU and feel like I don't want to play against the CPU because it's ridiculously boring and annoying. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the CPU. When playing the CPU, it is very important to play according to your playing style and the manager's playing style, because if you don't, it will be much harder for you to score. So my manager has a counter-attacking based short pass style, so the opponent's players were on the attack and we got the ball and I just started passing, making through balls, and because of the enhanced player movement, Ronaldo was able to make a run and we scored from the counter-attack, from defense to attack in seconds. So that is the art of counter-attack, and it helped me to score a goal easier because of the playing style that my manager has. So now let's talk about free kicks. So the free kicks, so curlers are still a beauty, as seen on the screen in not one but two examples by Messi and Roberto Carlos. So curlers are still looking good. We have the power shot route that, if you do it correctly, it will look very good. You have the dipping shot, which is still a force to be reckoned with. You have the knuckleball, which, even though it's much harder to do now, when you actually pull it off, it is way more satisfying. It is way more satisfying now. So once again, the knuckleball, as I told you, much harder to pull off now. So I'm just gonna show you these examples and how long it took me to pull these off. And there's the perfect one by Roberto Carlos and Cristiano Ronaldo's own upcoming. And there you go. Now let's talk about curling shots. So based on my opinion, I think the curling shots are still up to points. On the screen, one from Messi, looking very good. Another one from Cristiano Ronaldo. And I think the curlers are looking very good. Okay, so these are bonuses from the training ground. My recently signed Deco whipping the corners on the outside of the box, and Jordi Alba starting them home not once but twice. Alright, now we're at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you are new, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications. so you never miss an update. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.